The last 10 years of gaming for me has really been as fun as showing a sock in my mouth. And when Call of Duty Black Ops 69, nice, eventually comes out, you'll be indistinguishable from any game on the Atari 2600. And when I see game developers removing features instead of adding them, it ruffles my feathers. Most of them aren't even full experiences either. They're designed to milk you and then leave, and that actually doesn't sound too bad. Then when you're out of cash, you look for a better game, a more polished game, a higher quality game, a game of higher class. I'm talking about Candy Crush, baby. Best game of our generation. I suck at transitions. This is your only warning, and I'm going to spoil the entire campaign for Titanfall 2, so proceed as you will, but please buy the game. It's a great game. Playing this campaign and then playing COD's campaign is like eating at a 5-star restaurant, having the best meal of your entire life. Why? It's 7 life. And then going to McDonald's. Like, McDonald's is good and all, but does it compare to the 5-star restaurant? Titanfall 2's campaign actually made me uninstall Call of Duty Cold War. Like, why? Well, it's because it ran out of storage, but that doesn't disprove my point. The game starts off with one of my favorite intros in the game. You get taught the basic mechanics, and then BAM! You just shit your pants. You, Cooper, get called down to find the front lines. I want you to understand the situation Cooper's in, okay? Now tell me, what are your chances of surviving a B-29 bombing plane that's just circling above you waiting to say hi? Not good. Cooper then pushes forward and keeps on killing these loser robots, and then BAM! You just shit your pants again. Remember that B-29 bomber plane I was talking about as a comparison for a Titan? Well, that B-29 bomber plane just started kamikazing directly for you. Cooper then gets knocked out just in time to see all his friends die. Really comforting. And now you see all that tension, all that pressure. That was just the introduction. Each character I found remotely cool just got Fortnite game ended, and I could explain how cinematic or how powerful that scene was, or I can make a funny noise like Lele Pons. Funny noise. Cooper then wakes up to see that he's fucked. Cooper's now a pilot after 0 training. Already bad. There's no one around to help him. Even worse. And he has to fight trained IMC pilots if he wants to live. And I'm going to pause for the last time just to say that there's a pretty big comparison between not playing Titanfall 2 and eating poo-poo. Now, I'm not trying to throw some wild accusations, but I'm just trying to state some facts here. We'll also get some relationship development between Cooper and BT as they're doing a fetch quest. The conversation between them was a nice touch and lightens the grim situation. And then after you play a tutorial disguised as a mission, which I like a lot more than press E to press E, we walk over to the second part of the game. This part was bad. Not awful, but bad. There's some highs and lows in every campaign, and this is one of the lows. We started by being welcomed and start a fight. The people we just met, they just kind of leave, which is fine, but considering they're the first people you meet, and they're alive for less than a minute, this should have been a more impactful moment, but it just wasn't. The next scene, some dumbass leaves Belle Delphine bathwater on the ground, and you and BT get split up because of plot, which itself isn't bad. It is a nice change of pace if the rest of the level actually was good and not bland. The only enjoyable part was the conversations between them, and I'm going to summarize the rest because it's boring, and you don't want to listen to me complain for the next 3 minutes about a level you don't care about. You traverse the level, kill some baddies, do wave defense, and there's a Kane boss fight, and he's not worth talking about. The next mission is set inside a factory, because BT saw a shortcut. Remember that this was BT's idea. The next mission has you dodging machinery that has the power of a short-range ballistic missile, and then you traverse the initial boring landscape, and then BT decides to take a shortcut using the cargo lift here. Then we lose control over it and have to save BT. This is way more interesting than last time, because there's actual pressure here, to save BT. We get past all the boring machinery, we get to the initial boss fight. Like a powdered donut, you're close to the cream inside. This is the best boss fight in the game, hands down. And the mission starts on a boat ride that I enjoyed because that meant that this level was over. She then sends in some friendly soldiers just so you can watch them die, just reminding you of how screwed you are.
Lisk has put a high price on your head, pilot. Dead or alive, that makes you worth something to me.
Ash's main mechanic is that she disappears and then reappears. Just like me when the IRS shows up. And then she gets close to you to use her sword. And then the last part, when you beat her, oh my god, the execution animation, I'm just going to play it out. I don't think it's worth me explaining.
Titan down.
Oh no, that's an ambulance. Uh-oh.
Pilot, Major Anderson is here. Investigate this facility. I will meet you on the other side.
You and Big Bruh, I'm gonna call him Big Bruh because it's really funny, are trying to find your boy Anderson. Turns out Anderson died a while ago, trying to fit his items through a wall. You then grab the glove on his wrist, because, you know, it's kind of drippy. And you realize something's not right. You're going into the past and then back to the future. The drippy glove you just got lets you jump from the past to the future, and vice versa. If you haven't noticed by my main game being played recently, being League of Legends, I have bad taste in video games. And I also hate puzzles. My IQ was so low that they thought they were testing a sentient toaster. Puzzles in video games either make me feel smart, right, which is good, or waste my time, ruin the pace, and make me not want to play the game anymore. So why did I actually like the small puzzles in Titanfall with the watch? I'll show you in a moment, but the rest of the level was well made. The fights were not a highlight, but they weren't awful, and the IV drip you plot up to a big reveal that just makes things make sense. I'll go through some highlights of me being a dumbass and various things, so you get a feel for the level.
Log may be relevant here. Activating log playback.
Anderson log 341. The IMC found something all right. It can fold space and time. They sure as hell didn't build it, but they're restoring it. Whatever they're planning, it's potentially catastrophic. Anderson out.
You found out that the past was only a couple of weeks ago, and that this facility was testing a new weapon called a fold weapon.
Anderson's log 342. The fold weapon's power source is called the Arc. Doesn't look like they've perfected the casing. This one's empty. The Arc must be somewhere else. Anderson out.
With this information, you need to tell your girl Sarah that we need to fucking surrender. Also this scene.
Everyone evacuate now!
BT.
Well done, pilot. Scan complete.
This was just an amazing scene. To save some more time, because this video's dragging on, I'm going to show right to the next section, because it was also kind of generic. Also, robot. I'm going to do this off the top of my head. And then asterisk, do this off the top of your head. So first of all, you go in like this fog area after you and BT are like exploring. Oh my god, that's already awful. And then you go in this facility, and then you save some people, and then it turns out that they're fucked because they're trying to send like a MSN Messenger message to Sarah. Yeah, boy, Sarah. Sarah's a girl. That was not funny. You have to go do a bunch of parkour because through this area, and they warn you that another Titan died or another pilot died before. But even as I say that, I think I just called him bad and told him to get better because he's dead. And then it turns out that's not all you have to do, because the satellite itself is boned, so you have to, like, fix that. But they try to stop you by sending in people.
Well done, pilot. You have acquired the ARC tool. Return to the control room. We are ready to jumpstart the system. Pilot, there appears to be an override switch on the central turbine.
Anyway, before we start finish up this video, I just got something I want to say that I think is very important. Where was Mike Wazowski on September 11th, 2000? You know when you read a book, I can't read books, bad example. You know when you're consuming some kind of unspecified media, but the ending to that unspecified media was just so satisfying that it would be a dishonor to the unspecified media if it were to continue. Yeah, it's one of those endings. You get the message to Sarah.
Listen up. The IMC have developed a fold weapon. It has the power to destroy entire worlds, but without its power source, the ARC, it is inoperable. Your mission is to capture the ARC before it can leave the airbase. Marauder Corps, weapons hot. Stand by for Titanfall.
So I forgot to put a part in the script where I talk about the fight that happened before. You and Sarah do the funny word where it says Titanfall.
Stand by for Titanfall.
And then you get Titanfall, and then you fight a bunch of baddies, and then you realize that you're too late because you guys were up till 3 a.m. playing Fortnite instead of preparing for not dying. So anyway, just a small note. Time to continue. You and your band of overpaid Walmart employees basically do the equivalent of, by that I mean sneak on board a heavily armored, protected, and fast military air vehicle carrying a Death Star. The level you're accompanied. On this level, you're accompanied. On this level, you're accompanied. Oh my god. Accompanied. On this level, you're assisted by the capable killing machines known as your new best friends. You guys then sneak on board this ship, fight through hordes of enemies trying to stop you, because why wouldn't they? Communicating, and watch me be a dumbass.
Bulletproof. We're gonna breach the glass. Take your marks. The guy by the stairs. Tango on the mezzanine.
Shape charges are ready.
Hey, Coop, watch how the 6-4 does it. Pilot Cooper, are you ready? I've got my target. Breaching!
BT then smashes the glass ceiling like a 20th century feminist, and you hop on, you bro, to fight Viper. Oh, it's not even like a grammar mistake. I did that on purpose. Okay. The Viper boss fight was original, which I respect. You start off fighting some titans, like Plaster Zombies, except 2 lanes, and you're boned if you don't get them, even more. Viper is a flying titan, meaning that the situations, covers, and angles are all completely different, setting up situations that are really different and memorable. You then beat him, and he goes,
Viper 1 lost control. I'm losing control. Going down. Mayday, mayday, going
Commander
down.
Briggs.
which was kind of funny. He then leaves, and oh wait, he goes, suck my dick, and comes back for round 2. And the part where BT, who's that Viper, had games on his phone, was awesome. Shooting him as he's in his Titan was really original, and it was very cool. Don't know how he lives to give birth to... It's not how anatomy works, Hayden. Don't know how he lives to give birth to Valkyrie in Apex Legends, but okay. You and BT say hi to the fuel source of the Death Star by putting it inside of BT. Also, coming from BT, honestly, so wholesome.
Negative. We are trapped.
What are you doing?
Protocol 3. I will not lose another pilot. Brace for impact.
Also, I should have a soundboard. Next scene. The moment where I first felt emotion for a character in a video game was in Marvel Ultimate Hero Lines 2 for the PS3 when I was 4. The most recent time I felt emotion for a character in a video game was in Marvel Ultimate Hero Lines 2 for the PS3 when I was 5. I'm still getting chills thinking about it as I write this script now, but well done, Respawn.
Not recognized.
Let me just rip it out of him.
Can't risk it. The Ark's unstable.
Listen, hero. You have what's mine, and I want it back. Go on. Tell your Titan to open up.
About what? His feelings?
Still trying to be a hero, eh?
I have a lot of dosh riding on this contract, my friend. So tell your Titan, if he doesn't open up, I will shoot you in the head.
Pilot in jeopardy. Ocular systems. Marginal. Cannot visually acquire pilot.
Stand him up. You see him now? Right here, right here. Yeah? You see him now?
Functions compromised by severe crash damage.
I don't care how broken you are. I know deep down, some things still work in there. Now open up, or I'm going to shoot your pilot in the head. You still remember numbers, don't you? I'm going to count to 3.
1, 2, 3. Nah, that wasn't so hard, was it?
That's the problem with teams. If you don't win together, you die together.
With that, you barely escape with your life and bring back BT's core into another Titan. Rip other Titan, you're not worth me looking to see your name, which would take 15 seconds. You then beat Sloane. A bit underwhelming. She's one of those bosses where she fights you, goes to buy some milk, and then comes back after hearing you had games on your phone.
You made that joke already.
Shut the fuck up, I'm funny. Honestly, not worth talking about. So anyway, about the Sloane fight.
Circular systems restored. My analysis is throw. Warning. Hostile. Volatile Titan detected.
It's your lucky day, hero. I'm not going to kill you. I don't work for free. But you don't get to kill me either. Yeah, you earned this, eh?
Liz, that Vanguard-class Titan is still in there.
Not my problem, Marta. Should have put it in my contract. I've got other people with money to see.
What are you doing?
So I think it's better if I just show you the ending instead of explaining it. Because it hits way harder than that.
Commander Briggs, I believe I have a solution. In its exposed state, my reactor core may be able to destabilize the Ark at the center of the whole weapon.
What are you saying?
We can blow it up. I'm sending you coordinates for a dropship rendezvous.
Coordinates received. We'll be there, but I don't see how you can.
Trust me, I have done the math.
I sure as hell hope so. We're on our way. Good luck, both of you. Briggs out.
Don't worry, BT. I'm not going anywhere.
Copy that, pilot. Protocol 3. Protect the pilot.
BT, what are you doing?
Trust me.
BT!
Cooper, we just lost BT signal. We're almost there. Cooper, I'm marking your HUD with the coordinates. The evac site might be in midair. There's nothing we can touch down on here.
And if I'm flying through this shit show, you better be there on time, kid.
Move, pilot! I'm tracking you. Keep going.
Pilot Cooper.
A lot of people owe their lives to you. And to BT. Barker, set a course for Harmony. Take us home.
You got it.
Piece. Best campaign I've played ever, I think. It's amazingly crafted to help shape this great game. So the multiplayer part was super hard to write. As I'm writing this, I'm on my 5th revision, with 3 of those being done. How hard can it be just to metaphorically praise Respawn Games multiplayer like it's the second coming of Christ? I made another paragraph here so you know I'm serious. Someone or some group has been continuously DDoSing the Titanfall 2 servers, the Titanfall 1 servers, to the point where you can't play them anymore. You can't play Titanfall 2 servers for longer than 5 minutes without being disconnected because of the attacks. You can't play Titanfall 1 servers at all. I just want to play my favorite game, man. And I can't even do that. And if the person who's DDoSing or group is watching this video, fuck you. Just leave the game alone. And I can't really talk about the other game mode with the PvE called Frontier Defense. From my knowledge, or my memory, they're both really fun. You should play them. Community servers are actually coming up now, and they aren't getting DDoSed, because it takes one person from the community to fix a multi-year-long issue, because of course it does. You know what I get really excited for? Titanfall 3, baby. Coming out on December 21st, 1832. Let's go. Confirmed Titanfall 3 has the same chance as me getting another girlfriend. The closest thing we have to Titanfall 3 is Apex Legends, which is a great game and all, but it's not Titanfall 3. Now, I can keep hoping that this will happen, or I can get hyped for it. Titanfall 4.5, baby. Best game of our generation. Apex, more like Schmapex. Got him. Ending notes, it says talk here. Goodbye.